Hey everybody, welcome to Alive in Alaska. This is a podcast where we discuss two things. Alaska, we're two Christian brothers who live in Alaska and we love our state. So we talk everything about Alaska and we also talk everything about Jesus. We love Jesus and we love Alaska. If you're interested in hearing about Alaska, things about the state, things about living here, also about Jesus, the church, the Bible, that sort of thing, please stick around for Alive in Alaska.
She tells me shimmering on the moon. At the break of...
Hey everybody, this is episode 2 of our podcast. I'm Rodney and Ryan is with me. Say hi, Ryan. Are you in the room now? All right.
Here I am.
Sit down and get comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Right.
In this chair here.
That's fine. No, not that one. So this is episode 2 of our podcast, where we like to talk about interesting things about Alaska, as we both are a couple Christian guys that live in Alaska, and it's a very interesting place to be, to visit, and to let alone live. And we'd also like to hopefully help or encourage someone through the gospel. We're Christians, so we definitely want to spread the good news of Jesus Christ, and that's part of what we want to do with this podcast. But Ryan, I was flipping through my Googles, and
Did you know how to? You know how to use a cell phone?
I'm
familiar
learning.
with it?
Yeah, my last one flipped right in the middle. There was a hinge right in the middle of my last cell phone, and I could open it up, and it had real buttons.
Okay.
So this one here, I'm getting used to.
Okay, good.
Anyway, so
good.
I was.
If you need help with anything, just let me know.
Thank you. I'll hand you my phone if I need that.
Thanks, man.
So I put down my newspaper and I picked up my Googles, and I ran across this article. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions and misnomers about Alaska and living in Alaska and that sort of thing. So this is from the Business Insider.
Because they are the authority. We may not be the authority on Alaska, but if you need authority on Alaska, the Business Insider, they're the ones who are going to be able to tell you.
Well, it actually was just the first one that popped up on Google.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, sure.
So this guy, he came to Alaska, and it says he lived here for 3 months. And
wow,
I don't know if it was summertime, wintertime, I don't know.
But who goes? That's a glorified vacation. I mean, that's not really not like living here.
Right. That's not really living here. But whatever. It's fine.
Sure.
So he was curious about the misconceptions about Alaska, and he's kind of spot on. A lot of these are misconceptions that people have down in the lower 48 about Alaska, and I wanted to share a couple things with you. Well, Ryan, before I get into this little article here. You've been here 6 months now.
Yeah.
What was a big misconception that you had that now you realize was a misconception that you lived here for 6 months?
Yeah, I honestly thought things were a lot more spaced apart, and I didn't think we had I didn't think we had the resource to like food as commonly as we do. Like
You know, going to a grocery store?
Yeah, like grocery store or even like Home Depot or Lowe's. I mean, we got 2 of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We got Home Depot and we got Lowe's in the city of Fairbanks.
and right in between them is Walmart, flipping Walmart.
You know what I need to do? I need to search how many Starbucks are in Fairbanks. How many? I'm going to search on my Googles.
Okay.
How many Starbucks do you think we have in Fairbanks?
I'm going to guess. I'm thinking right now. I'm going to say 3.
3?
I'm going to say 3. We have at least 3 Starbucks. That's including the one on Johansson. The one, let's see, the one off of College. And there's another one. Oh, inside Fred Meyer.
Yeah. I'm guessing, I have not looked this up yet. I'm guessing we have 10.
Come on. That's absurd.
It is absurd.
That would be absurd.
I think it is absurd. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, Starbucks in Fairbanks. I have, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Well, there you
5,
go.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 that came up in the Googles.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
So there's a misconception. I'm saying that there's not even a grocery store, and we got 6 flipping Starbucks.
I think there's more than that because I know of.
Well, you got
There's 2 Fred Meyer.
2 Fred Meyer. They're eating Fred Meyer.
There's
you got
2 Safeway, right?
Oh yeah. So
there's 2 Safeway. There's
There's one on College.
There's one on College. There's one on Post, which is Fort Wainwright. And maybe that's it. Anyway.
Oh, and then there, So that would make sense if there were more. But then you include North Pole, which is a stone's throw away from Fairbanks.
Yeah, and there's like 2 or 3 over there. I think. You know. I find though, we're getting off. We're getting away from my article.
We are getting way away.
We're getting away from my article. I want to get back to my article, which we will. But I find that the mom and pop like coffee shops, I think they're much better.
They do. I think they do a lot better too, which I don't understand how Starbucks stays open. And there's no. I've never seen this
busy.
Anywhere else.
Not Starbucks, the other ones.
Yeah, I've never seen it anywhere else. But they got these they have these trailers that are outside of like grocery stores and outside of these just whatever retail malls, mini malls or whatever.
It's a glorified hot dog stand.
It is,
but it's enclosed.
Exactly, it's a glorified hot dog stand, and you just drive up to it. It's a drive-through thing. You drive up to it, you order a cup of coffee.
It's great.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, and they make all the fancy stuff like
absolutely. You can get all your frilly, sissy la la drinks.
The unicorn frap. What was that one that Starbucks had like 6 months ago or 3 months ago? Or whatever? It was like colorful. It was rainbow. The unicorn or the rainbow. Frappuccino. Garbage
something like
was.
Something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want mine hot, black, and yesterday. That's all I want. I don't keep that. What's that stuff you put in it? Like
sugar.
No, not cream or sugar. No, what everyone puts in the. French vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
Keep that French vanilla away from my black coffee. That's right. Okay. All right. Here's my article.
All right.
So from Business Insider, I'm not going to share all of them.
Yeah.
But this is one thing he said. This is a misnomer or a misconception about Alaska. It's freezing cold and snowing all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Like all the time. That's what he said.
I think it was 20 plus when I came in today.
Well, that's still freezing cold.
Well, I mean, it's comparatively though. Comparatively,
right. No, see, that is a little sign that you are becoming more Alaskan because you're considering 20, 30 degrees as warm.
Yeah, that's true.
To if someone's listening in North Carolina or heaven forbid Florida or Texas or something,
they're thinking 20
degrees. How do you live? And we're taking our t-shirts. We're just wearing t-shirts.
We're building a house. 20 degrees.
Hey, bring it. But here's the thing about Alaska. People think it's always white and cold and snowy all the time. You were here in April,
right?
Right, and then you drove up in June, right? July.
Yeah.
What was the weather like in July when you got up here?
April, it was they don't have spring. They have like what's called the breakup. So in April, you have that mid, like most of, I would probably say about a third or maybe even 2/3 of everything is melted away. But there's still that risk of having another snowstorm. But July, you are getting cooler temperatures, so you're getting like 60, 70 degrees or whatever. But there's no snow, and you're still. It's beautiful.
It is. It's beautiful. That's the thing.
It's gorgeous. I mean, it's just constant daylight, and so you have now 20 hours of just enjoying beautiful weather.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, now the summer is short. I remember when we moved up here originally. We still had snow in the shaded part of our driveway in May.
Wow.
So, but nothing in the yard and everything else was the little shaded spot in the woods. Whatever.
Is that brown, dirty snow?
Yeah, just like it's like the base layer. Just you want it to go away.
Yeah.
But so the summer is short, and we could have snow as early as like mid-September.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But. You're right, because of the daylight hours. That's another thing we can talk about later. Is how the daylight hours during the winter it's very dark all the time, and then summer it's very bright.
That in and of itself, that topic is a whole episode.
Oh, I mean, it's weird. It messes with your senses, like it messes with your internal clock. But there's ways to get around it.
It's kind of scary, to be honest.
It's a little weird.
Yeah,
it is. Anywho, but during the summertime, I mean, it's gorgeous. I remember hiking and stuff, and it'd be 70, 75 degrees, just beautiful. All the trees and the plants are in full bloom. It's very green. All the animals are out and about. So no, Alaska. And we're in the interior. And Fairbanks is like
which
right
is
in the
different.
middle.
Which is different from Anchorage and Juneau, where Juneau gets more like Seattle weather. where it is rainy, but
Right.
you'll still get the snowstorms.
Right. You know, and in Anchorage, you have the ocean right there, and so you have that wind coming off the ocean or whatever.
Could you imagine having the wind with our cold?
Nobody would live here.
Nobody. It would be Prudhoe Bay. That's why no one lives in Prudhoe Bay.
That's it. You know. So yeah, that one misnomer, one misconception is it's cold and snowy all the time. No, our summers are gorgeous and beautiful, and people do visit a lot of times, you know, in the summertime. All right, let me give you another one off the Business Insider. I'm only gonna give you one more on this podcast. Let me find a good one.
This is a fun one. This is a fun one to talk about. You know, we can carry this. You know, we can actually bring this into a couple other episodes. I think people are really interested to hear about this.
What one's that?
Misconceptions.
Oh, I thought you had one.
No, I'm sorry.
I thought you were saying I have a really good misconception. I'm waiting for it. What is it, Ryan? And then, okay. All right. How about this one here? You know, and this is when I was moving to Alaska. It was really annoying. Like every person, when I said I was moving to Alaska.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. What do you think they said to me?
Oh, geez. When you're moving to Alaska, it had to be something about igloos.
Well, that was a close second. That's right. That was a very close. But this is what they would say. Say hi to Sarah Palin for me. I'm like, now, I don't even think she lives in Alaska anymore.
No.
Not that I'm aware. I should use my Googles and find out.
But I'm sure of it. You know, and God forbid when Sarah Palin came on the news, it was that was Alaska's claim to fame was Sarah Palin. You know,
for a while, you know. But I moved here 2 years ago, and even then, people were like, you know, are you gonna meet Sarah Palin? Do you know Sarah Palin? And I'm like, I had to Google who she was because I didn't remember exactly what she. I mean, I remembered seeing her in the news and whatever.
Yeah, like there's 4 people that live in the state.
Right.
And Sarah Palin are two of them. You know.
And then of course, connected with the Sarah Palin thing is you can see a Russia from your back door. Whatever.
Sure. Come on. Now I will say this. I will say a misconception of a misconception would be, I guess. And I could be wrong on this, and I'm happy for someone to send me hate mail and say that you are 100% wrong. But I guess you can see parts of Russia from Alaska.
I've heard that. Yeah, I think is it Barrow? Is that this village over there?
Barrow.
Oh, is it Barrow?
I think it's Barrow.
Oh, not Barrow. Whatever.
Yeah. But they changed the name now. Now it's a native. Name. So kind of like Mount McKinley is now Denali.
Right.
They did the same thing with Barrow. Is now a native.
Yeah.
It's a native name.
I think you're right though. I think because again I have to use my Googles. I think Russia is only like 60 some odd miles away from Alaska.
That's
across the ocean.
To think about.
I'm going to confirm that with my Googles real quick.
Please do. I just find it. I really do find it miraculous how when you live in a state that's so secluded like Alaska, there are little intricacies that have existed for thousands and thousands of years that no one has noticed until the past 300-400 years. You know, that hasn't really taken a spotlight until. Just recently. Like one thing in Alaska that's so common is people say that you can see the changes in climate a lot easier up here than you can see anywhere else in the lower 48.
Yeah, it's because our normal weather is so extreme.
Yeah.
You know, you could have negative 40 or negative 50, and the old timers say, "Oh, that's nothing." In negative 80, whatever.
Yeah, negative 80.
Which could be, it's possible. But there are record numbers, of how cold it got and how warm.
But I was looking at that. I was looking at that a few months ago, and I heard the lowest recorded temperature in Fairbanks is only like negative 68.
That sounds possible.
Like, I don't think it's ever gotten colder than negative 68. Or even, like, say negative 70, right, for a round number.
My first winter here, I think it was in February, I felt, I think negative 43 is how cold it got.
Is that the coldest you've been?
Okay. They have a negative, what do they call it? The negative 60 room or something?
Really?
The negative 40 room.
Yeah.
It's just a cooler, and it's a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
And you can go into this cooler. It's where the Riverboat Discovery is.
Oh yeah, the one that we went there that one
Right.
time and it was shut down.
And it was closed. They were
Yeah,
defrosting
okay.
it or something. But when we went in there, it was like, I think negative 62 or something
Yeah.
like that, you know. But you're only in there for like 3 seconds,
Okay,
you know. And I gave my son $5 because he went in there with a shirt off. So, here, I got it. Russia and Alaska are divided by the Bering Strait,
Right.
which is about 55 miles at its narrowest point.
So you could definitely, I mean, you could see it on a clear day, easy.
I guess.
You can see Russia from Alaska.
I've heard that. But yeah, so anyway, so there you go. So 55 miles at the narrowest point of the Bering Strait separates Alaska.
I feel
from,
so bad for
from
Sarah
Russia.
Palin because she said that. I think she said, "I can see Alaska out my back doorstep," and now she'll never be known for anything other than she can see
Well,
Alaska.
whatever. I mean, but you know that misconception. No, we don't know
Yeah.
Sarah Palin personally. If she's listening, I would not mind having our families over for dinner and whatever. You know, so
Absolutely.
if she's
For
listening,
sure.
I'd love to have dinner, and I'll even buy maybe.
Sure. Yeah, I'd go have these.
Would you go have these on that? Yeah,
if Sarah Palin wanted to have dinner with our families, I would absolutely go have these on
Very,
that.
very good. And then I'll leave you with the rest of the bill.
Please
later.
do.
So anyway, so misconception, but and not only are we in Alaska, not only are we not only do we love living in Alaska and we're getting used to it, but there's really a lot of misconceptions about being Christians too.
Oh, absolutely.
And the
Yeah.
church and that sort of thing. And we had them, in our home states of New York and Michigan, and then when we both were in North Carolina, and now in Alaska, there's still misconceptions about being Christians.
I have a misconception as it relates to this.
Bring it.
When I came up, I really thought that the local church community wasn't as established as it was.
You mean in Fairbanks?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
in
I got you.
Fairbanks.
Right,
Because
right.
I remember having a conversation with you about a month or so before I moved up here, and I thought there were maybe 2 or 3 churches.
Oh, right.
And then you told me that's not the case at all.
In the villages, it might be true. You
Yeah.
know,
But even in the villages, 2 or 3 churches.
2 or 3. Right.
Yeah.
You might have a Catholic church. You might have a.
An LDS church or whatever.
Well, maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
it just depends. Then you have it as an evangelical.
That's
some sort of-
nuts.
Yeah, but in Fairbanks is a little different. It's a city. So I think if I remember right, the numbers were 32,000 people in the city proper. Then
Mm-hmm.
about 100,000 people in the. They call it a borough, but it's like a county.
Yeah.
But the county is as big as a state. The lower 48
Like
state.
the
It's
big as
massive.
South Carolina,
Yeah, I remember comparing it, and it was impressive the size. But anyway, yeah. So we're not in a village. Fairbanks is the second largest city in Alaska. But yeah, I mean the church thumbprint, you could say, or the church footprint, in Fairbanks is pretty substantial. I can't remember the total number of churches that we have, but it's it'd be comparable to any town or city,
Yeah.
in the lower 48 or whatever. And we have all the denominations here. We have the Catholics, and you mentioned LDS. We have LDS right next door to us, and we're in a Baptist church right now.
Yeah.
There's conservative Baptists. There's liberal Baptists here. There's
Yeah.
independent, Southern Baptist, whatever, and then everything in between. Your Methodist, your Presbyterian, your assemblies, all those.
You're Reformed,
Yep.
you're New Age. I mean, there's
there
there's a slew of different churches. I'm comfortable.
Samoan.
Samoan?
Yeah, we have a
Are you
Samoan.
serious?
And we have a Korean church here. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that would make sense because the Fairbanks itself is extremely diverse.
It
so-
is. It's surprisingly.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like I think I would say, and I'm pretty confident in saying this, I would say there's got to be at least 40 churches in Fairbanks.
Well, let me crack out
Your
my
Googles
here.
Your Googles. Yeah.
let's see.
There's no wonder anymore, Rhonda. There's no.
I don't need knowledge. I have Google. I don't need
I don't
wisdom and knowledge. I can just Google everything.
But if your guesses, I mean, if you
if
were
I had
to
to
give it a
guess,
guess,
all right. If I had to, oof,
44. I think 40 is a solid number.
I think you're low.
Really?
I think so. I mean, not way low, but I think we're talking all denominations.
Yeah.
Churches.
Yeah.
Even including LDS and whatever are in Fairbanks.
Here we go. This is actually giving a list. All right. So we're up to 20. We're up to 30.
30.
We're up to 30.
Okay.
Let's see. Now we're up to 40.
40.
All
I
right.
feel like we're on The Price is Right.
70. First AME.
No kidding. So there's
Yeah.
70. Any more?
Yeah, man. There's
More.
80.
80.
Yeah. There's.
Goodness.
And now we're up to 90.
No.
Yeah. 90 Camp Lewa.
That's not a church.
Well, yeah, it says it's a church. Then we're up to 96. Now we're in North Pole, though.
Okay, so
Does
in
North Pole count?
well, anyone in North Pole would say absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course they count. But no, I mean, it's not Fairbanks, though.
Okay, so
you
we
know.
stop at 90. when
Okay,
it comes to
90.
Fairbanks.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
That's incredible.
now that's very liberal because like Camp Lewa, for example.
Yeah.
It's a Christian camp.
Yeah.
But it's not a church. No, as far as I know, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they have a chapel or something
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But I don't think it's a church. But
Okay,
whatever.
so throw away all of the ones that got roped into churches.
I don't know. I don't know.
We can say 80.
80, 70, 80. Yeah.
I'm comfortable
Yeah.
with that. That's still a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a lot.
I said 40.
You said 30.
Really?
Did
I
you say
thought I
30?
said 40.
I think you said 30.
I think I said 70.
I said
Oh,
70.
you said 70? Oh, okay.
That's right. But I've been here longer too. But whatever.
Yeah.
But North Pole. If y'all listening don't know what we're talking about, North Pole is a town outside of Fairbanks. It's not the North Pole, but the crazy.
Well.
I know. I know what you're gonna say, but according to Santa Claus, it is a North Pole because this town in North Pole, it's I think 2,000 or 3,000 people or something like
Right,
that.
yeah.
And when kids
All consist of elves.
Right.
All of the people are elves.
There's a bar there called Elf's Den. It's just this bar, and it's called Elf's Den, whatever. But anyway, not that I've been there, of course.
No. Drive by.
Yeah. I've driven by and seen it.
Sure.
I
I can vouch for that. Disclaimer: my pastor friend Rodney has never been to a bar before in his life.
Unless I was witnessing.
Unless he was witnessing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. To the
Anyway.
drunkards and fools.
That's right. They need the hope of Jesus at the bars and in the holes of our communities as well. Anyway,
What were you talking about?
North Pole. What were we? So
Yeah,
Santa Claus.
yeah.
So all the Santa Claus letters addressed to Santa Claus to the North Pole, they literally come to this town of North Pole.
Seriously.
Thousands, if I don't know, maybe millions. I don't know how many.
They don't go to like Sweden or something. They all go to this North
Well,
Pole.
I guess the ones that go through the U.S. postal
USPS,
system.
yeah.
And they all go to this. You can look it up. It's the Santa Claus house. It's this big kind of tourist place. It's a Santa Claus house, and they have real reindeer there. They have a guy that his name is legally it's Santa Claus. I've met him, shook his hand. He's a nice guy. He owns.
Wait, I think it's Chris Kringle. No, but seriously though, is his name legally Chris Kringle?
No, I think his name's legally Santa Claus.
It's Santa Claus.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'd have to look that up. We
Okay.
could use our Googles for that too, but
Yeah.
I don't care that much. So anyway, so all the letters from all the kids, they go to this Santa Claus place, and I can't imagine they open all of them, but they display a lot of them. So the workers there, the cashiers, they display all these letters on this huge bulletin board at the Santa Claus house.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Jackie and I went there, and we took Lincoln there to get a picture with Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer and just ruin the.
Don't you dare say
episode.
anything bad about the Santa Claus house.
No, it was beautiful. It was awesome, man. But we go there, and I'm looking on the wall at all these letters, and there's just the most gut wrenching letter on the wall. And this kid just wants for Christmas is his mom and dad to love each other.
You're telling me you stopped and read the letters on the wall?
I read some of them. You didn't read any of them?
No, I don't care.
Are you kidding? These are kids from all over the world pouring their hearts into these letters. You didn't read a single one.
What good is it going to be for me to read them? I'm not Santa Claus.
Interesting. You're intrigued, even just a little bit, to wonder what 12-year-old Johnny in Montgomery, Alabama wants for Christmas.
Am I a bad person if I say no, I don't care at all?
I guess not.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I mean that.
You're the same guy who doesn't get excited about anything. You know, you could win a brand new car, and you'd sit back and go, that is nice.
That is nice.
That is
That's
good.
Right. Well, I did send you a picture of that truck that guy gave me.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember?
true. Absolutely.
And I was excited enough to send you a picture of it.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
and where is that truck now, Rodney?
In the shop.
Absolutely, it is in the shop. Absolutely.
And hopefully it comes out of there with running and driving and whatever.
Oh, God.
But it was awesome of the guy to give it to me. I mean, hey, it's awesome. I appreciate it very much.
Oh man, definitely. Well, I think, I think that's a solid 25 minutes.
I think that is our best podcast out of 2 we've ever done.
Any podcast we've ever done ever, I think that's the best one we've done.
It's either the first or the second best we've ever done, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
As we close out episode 2.
I know. All right. See you later.
Well, hey, I want I want to say one more time, like in the first podcast, if y'all have any questions about Alaska or about Christian ministry in Alaska, both Ryan and I have been around the mill when it comes to ministry. We both have degrees in Bible and that sort of thing. So we'd love to talk with you. If you have any questions about Jesus or the gospel, we'd love to talk to you about anything like that. But any questions about that stuff or Alaska or whatever, feel free you can email me. My email is rodneyspbc@gmail.com. So it's Rodney and then SPBC, like Shannon Park Baptist Church. That's where I'm the pastor at. You can also find the church's website, shannonparkchurch.com, and you can check out the church there if you want, and you can also message the church off of that website. So love to hear from you. If you have even just a burden to share for prayer, we would be happy to lift you up in prayer, and we'd love to minister to you in that way. So again, Ryan, thanks for another amazing podcast
Can
episode.
I send this out? Can I send this out with a word of encouragement from the Word?
I like it. Do it.
Absolutely. This is Genesis 15:9.
Well, nothing from Genesis.
This is a good one, I promise. And the Lord answered, "Bring me a heifer 3 years old, a she-goat 3 years old, a ram 3 years old, and a turtle dove and a young pigeon." May
I
you
am
be
so
blessed.
edified. I am edified. May you be blessed.
Go in peace.
Go in peace.
And to grow